Are you living a life that feels, well, good enough? But deep down, you know something's missing. That feeling of good enough, it isn't harmless. It's a quiet trap, silently stealing your potential. And in this video, I want to share how a simple 5-minute shift in your morning routine can be your key to breaking free and reclaiming the extraordinary life you truly deserve. So, how does this trap even work? Well, it doesn't really announce itself. It creeps in with these whispers of comfort. It's the deceptive comfort of average. It's that voice in your head that says, it's fine, when you know, deep down, it could be great. It's the logic that says, everyone else is doing it, as you scroll through social media, comparing your own life to someone else's highlight reel. It's the excuse that says, it's just too much effort to do more, as you choose the familiar path over the challenging one. And this feeling, it can seem like peace, but it's not. It's stagnation. It's the okay job you don't really love, the relationship that's decent but doesn't truly inspire you, even the same takeout order every Friday night. It's the illusion of safety, but in reality, it's quicksand. This is the great deception of good enough. Its promise of short-term gain leading to long-term pain. I mean, choosing an extra 30 minutes of sleep over a workout, it feels good right in the moment. Choosing to watch another episode on Netflix instead of working on that side project, yeah, that feels productive in the moment too. It requires less stress, and it gives you instant gratification. But what's the real cost? It's this subtle erosion of your potential. Think of it like a slow leak in a tire. One tiny compromise, a single skipped workout, that difficult conversation you avoided. One project done just enough to pass. On its own, it doesn't seem like a big deal. But over months and then years, these small compromises accumulate. They slowly dim your true capabilities. They lower your standards, and they shrink your world without you even realizing it. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts. And the victim is the person you were always meant to become.
So why do we fall for it? Why do we, as smart, capable people, choose this path? Well, it turns out our own brains are wired with a few, let's call them bugs in the system, that make the good enough life incredibly seductive. The first culprit is fear, but it's a two-headed monster. The fear of failure and, surprisingly, the fear of success. Psychologists have a fancy term for it, the fear of negative evaluation. Really, it's just that voice in your head that screams, what if I try and look stupid? What if they say no? What if I'm not good enough? This is the fear that keeps you from asking for that raise, from starting that YouTube channel, or even from speaking up in a meeting. But the fear of success, that can be just as paralyzing. Because if you succeed, you have to maintain it. There are new responsibilities, higher expectations, and suddenly, you're visible. It's so much safer to just play small, to stay in that good enough zone where no one expects too much from you. But as the author Seth Godin famously said, if failure is not an option, then neither is success. Playing it safe isn't just risky, it's a guarantee of mediocrity. The second bug in the system is something we all experience every single day: decision fatigue. We live in a world with a paradox of choice. You walk into a coffee shop, and there are 50 different ways to order a simple coffee. You open Netflix, and you scroll for 20 minutes just trying to pick a movie. The truth is, our brains can only make so many high-quality decisions in a day. So what happens? We develop a coping mechanism. We start choosing the good enough option simply to save mental energy. We pick the easy, familiar, default choice, not because it's the best choice, but because it's the least draining. But this has a hidden cost. It robs us of true fulfillment. Every time you settle, you're left with that nagging feeling of, what if? This is the opportunity cost of good enough. It's not about the money you didn't make. or the job you didn't get. It's about the experiences you missed, the confidence you never built, the person you never became, because you consistently chose the path of least resistance. And that persistent dissatisfaction, that is the true toll of a life lived at good enough.
So, how do we break free from this trap we've been talking about? It's not about grand gestures or completely overhauling your life overnight. It's about small, consistent shifts. And I'm going to share a simple yet incredibly powerful 5-step morning routine that can rewire your brain for excellence starting today. This isn't just a list of things to do. This is your antidote to mediocrity. All right? Step 1. Hydrate and intention set. Immediately when you wake up, before you check your phone, before the coffee maker even starts, just drink a large glass of water. Here's why. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body and your brain are dehydrated. Water is like the spark that turns the power on. It signals to your system that you're starting fresh and clearing out the fog of sleep and improving your focus almost instantly. But here's the real game changer. While you drink, don't just chug it down. Mentally set 1, maybe 2 clear intentions for the day. And I'm not talking about your to-do list here. I'm talking about how you want to feel, how you want to show up. Maybe today your intention is to be present, or perhaps it's to be patient during your commute. This transforms a simple biological act into a powerful psychological one. It's the difference between having a to-do list and having a to-be list. Step 2, mindful movement. And this isn't about an intense hour-long workout at the gym. No, this is about gently waking up your body. It could be simple stretching, a short yoga flow you find right here on YouTube, or just a quick walk around the block. The science here is incredible. Even light morning movement boosts things like serotonin in your brain. It lifts your mood, and it enhances your body's ability to handle the stress that will inevitably come later in the day. Think of it this way. It's not about burning calories, it's about building momentum. Like a small snowball rolling downhill, this one small act of physical discipline sends a clear message to your brain. I am in control. Step 3. Focused learning or inspiration. Put the phone down. Instead of starting your day by consuming this chaotic stream of emails, news headlines, social media drama, choose to consciously feed your mind. Read a few pages of a nonfiction book. Listen to an educational podcast during your morning coffee. Watch a short, inspiring video. Here's why this is so important. This single habit combats the good enough mindset right at its core. It shifts you from being a passive consumer to an active learner. Mindless scrolling puts you in a reactive state. Focused learning, it primes your brain for problem solving, for creativity. It reinforces what psychologists call a growth mindset, that simple belief that your abilities can be developed. You're telling your brain that today is an opportunity for growth, not just survival. Okay, step 4 is prioritize your top 3. Before you open your laptop and get lost in that storm of emails and notifications, just take 5 minutes. Look at your bigger goals. And from there, identify the 3 most critical tasks for the day. Just 3. These are the tasks that, if you complete them, will make you feel successful. They're the ones that will actually move you closer to what you want, no matter what else happens. And the reason this is so powerful is that it provides clarity and direction. It's you, at the helm of your ship, setting the course for the day. A good enough day is reactive. You let other people's priorities dictate your actions. An excellent day is proactive. This habit ensures you're working on what truly matters, not just what feels urgent. It's the ultimate defense against a long day of busy work that leaves you feeling like you accomplished nothing. And finally, step 5, gratitude and visualization. Now, this might sound soft, but the science behind it is as hard as rock. Just spend 2 minutes reflecting on things you're genuinely grateful for. They can be as simple as the coffee in your mug or the roof over your head. Then, spend 3 minutes visualizing your day ahead. See yourself successfully completing those top 3 priorities. Truly, feel the feeling of accomplishment. Gratitude is clinically shown to reduce anxiety and create a positive mindset. It grounds you in the present. Visualization, well, it strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve. It pulls you toward the future. Top athletes and performers have used this for decades because it works. Seeing success mentally paves the way for it physically. It literally programs your brain to look for opportunities and solutions, not obstacles. And that's it. A routine that can take as little as 40 minutes. But its impact, it doesn't stop when your morning ends. This is what I call the ripple effect of intention. The clarity you gain from prioritizing your day, it means you're more decisive in that 10 a.m. meeting. The patience you cultivated with your intention setting, it means you handle that frustrating commute with a bit more grace. The energy you built with mindful movement, it means you have more to give to your family at the end of the day. Consistently winning the morning is how you consistently win the day, the week, and ultimately your life. Just imagine a year from now. Imagine the clarity, the genuine satisfaction, the opportunities that open up when you consistently choose excellence over mediocrity. And this isn't about perfection. Perfection is a trap in itself. This is about continuous, joyful improvement. It's about waking up knowing that you are in the driver's seat of your life. That is the life that lies beyond good enough. A life of purpose, a life of growth, an extraordinary life. Your journey to a life that isn't about compromise, it starts now. In fact, it starts tomorrow morning. And so, I have a challenge for you. Don't try to do all 5 steps at once. Instead, I want you to pick just one step from this routine and commit to it for the next 7 days. Just one. Then, come back to this video and share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Tell us, what's your biggest good enough struggle and what is the one step you're committing to? Let's create a community of people who refuse to settle, a community that supports each other in building an extraordinary life. And if this was valuable for you, please hit that like button and subscribe to TrueFlow Life for more content on unlocking your full potential. Thank you so much for watching. Your extraordinary life is waiting for you. It all starts tomorrow morning.